Hello, I'm Mercedes Fortune, Sergeant of the Phoenix Police Department, Public Affairs Bureau. The information, audio, and visuals you're about to see are intended to provide details of an officer-involved shooting which occurred over the course of the afternoon and evening of Sunday, March 29, 2020. Conclusions about whether the actions of the officers are consistent with department policy and the law will not be made until all the facts are known and the investigation is complete. This video may contain strong language as well as graphic video and images, which may be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. In an effort to provide transparency while allowing viewers to more quickly understand what happened, this video will provide a synopsis with brief clips of 911 calls and body-worn camera. The initial 911 call came from a home near 40th Drive and Pinnacle Peak Road involving an issue with a roommate.
We currently have a roommate that we need to evict because he's been acting really weird and has made us extremely uncomfortable. And we wanted to do it today, but he disclosed to us that he has a gun, and I don't know if this is going to be something safe for us to do.
The woman called 911 a second time, reporting the roommate refused to open the door to his room and she was afraid.
We don't know if he's on something or what, but he's not getting out of the house.
Approximately 5 minutes later, officers from the Cactus Park precinct arrived, making contact with 22-year-old Jacob McElveen.
So this one?
Jacob? Phoenix Police Department, can you come out for a second?
20 minutes later, he opens a door to talk with officers.
You okay? You mind if I see your other hand?
You good?
You okay?
You okay, man?
I feel like all of you are fucking with me.
We're not,
No,
man.
we're not. We're actually here to try and help. You have rights as a tenant, and so does the owner of the house.
Officers talk with Jacob, trying to convince him to leave peacefully.
Okay, so we're just here to be sure that nobody fights with anybody and that you leave and you're on your way and then we're out of here. That's all.
Are
Okay?
you telling me the truth?
Yes,
I
we are.
promise you. You have my word, okay?
The whole truth?
The whole truth. You're not in trouble.
As officers work to get him to leave the house on his own, Jacob begins to make requests of the officers.
Why'd you
Go
walk
get
out?
my stuff.
Hey, calm down.
You guys said you were gonna help me.
Yeah,
and
we're
now
gonna
you're
help you.
lying to me.
Okay?
We will
I'm going to
take
get your stuff.
hands
And
up.
both of you.
What are the colors of the items? She has to stay down here. She has to, okay?
Jacob delays leaving, doing things such as stopping to get a drink or asking multiple questions, some of which don't make sense to the officers.
Are you on this?
Am I what?
Are you on this?
On whose?
Are you on this?
Honest.
Okay,
On
I'm
it.
honest? Is that what you said? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, are you on his?
That's what I thought you said. On the lease?
No, are you on his?
On his?
Are you on his?
What does that mean? I'm sorry.
I don't know what you mean.
Look how you're standing. Look how your feet are.
Okay.
Right?
Jacob.
That's what I'm trying to ask you.
Oh. I don't understand what you're saying.
They slowly move toward the front door.
So as I'm walking backwards out, you can walk with me. So we're maintaining
So it's equal.
the give and take.
But after 35 minutes of talking, Jacob shuts the door on the officers.
There you go.
That's fair.
Over the course of the next hour, more officers and supervisors arrive on scene, including the on-duty commander, Greg Carnicle. They learned a second roommate named Devin was still inside the home, afraid to come out. Based on the suspect's behavior and Devin still inside his room at the residence, the decision was made to enter the home. Using keys Devin had thrown down to officers, they unlocked the front door, pushing through furniture that had been stacked up against the door. Officer Alicia Hubert tries to make contact.
Jacob! Jacob! Jacob, this is Officer Hubert with the Phoenix Police Department. Can you come down and talk to me?
Jacob asks officers to meet him outside or in the garage, But nearly 5 minutes later, when he still hasn't come down the stairs, Officer Huber makes contact again.
So, I can't meet you out in the garage. It's either you come down here or we come up. I was trying to make you feel more comfortable.
At one point, Jacob asks to speak to the person in charge.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a boss, but he's hiding from everything.
Commander Carnicle had been standing next to Officer Hubert, and so he responds to Jacob.
Devin, I'm right here. That's not boss.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
And either you come down or we're coming up. Because the other person in this is Devin, and we gotta get up to Devin as well.
You the one that told you guys?
No, Devin's in his room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you come down or not? So yes or no?
At this point, Commander Carnicle begins to move up the stairs, followed by Officers Hubert and Dowan. All three were struck by gunfire. Another officer inside the home returned fire while others worked quickly to rescue the injured officers.
LT. Yeah. LT. Mater's down. Mater's down, boss.
Officers provided cover while the lieutenant moved up the stairs to rescue Commander Carnicle.
Go. Oh. I got you. Help me. I'm holding right here.
All three injured officers were transported to the hospital. Several officers remained at the scene and established containment of the residents while the Special Assignments Unit responded to the scene. At this point, while the incident unfolded, the roommate, Devin, the roommate who was inside the nearby bedroom during the entire incident, was able to climb out of the window to
You can
safety.
make it, man. Hold on to that thing and drop down. Quick. Go ahead and crawl if you want. Whatever you got to do. Come on. Watch your head. Come on.
SAU took over the scene at approximately 7:30 p.m. For the next 2 hours, they worked to secure the scene and make contact with Jacob. With the sun now down, the body-worn camera is dark and grainy. There is no body-worn camera for many of the SAU officers, but one of the sergeant's body-worn camera captures efforts to communicate over the loudspeaker. Officers also broadcasted messages from Jacob's family over the PA in hopes that Jacob would surrender peacefully.
It's our team will be 34, 44, 12, and 28 when we get that FBI workout here.
When those efforts were unsuccessful, SAU began looking for alternatives to bring the standoff to an end. You can hear the sound of shots as well as glass breaking as officers fired non-lethal gas into the home. At approximately 11:15 p.m., Jacob leaves the residence through a side window. He was armed with a gun. An officer shot at Jacob, striking him. The shooting was captured by a witness from a nearby residence. In the video, you'll see the area around the window and the side of the home illuminated, followed by the sound of gunfire.
They're lighting up. Oh, he went for the gate.
Officers approached Jacob and fire personnel responded and pronounced him deceased. Commander Carnicle was unable to survive his fatal injury. Officers Dowan and Hubert were seriously injured. Officer Dowan's injuries were to her right leg. Officer Hubert was shot in the back and left foot. Her vest stopped that bullet. This is the gun Jacob used when shooting the officers. When the officers were shot, 2 of them dropped their guns. One of those guns was picked up by Jacob, and he was armed with the officer's gun 4 hours later when he crawled outside through the window. A total of 3 officers fired weapons during this incident. The first 2, when Commander Carnicle and others went inside the home. They are both assigned to the Cactus Park precinct, one with approximately 3 years of service, the other with less than 2 years. The third officer fired outside the residence as a standoff was ending. He is assigned to the Special Assignments Unit, and he has 3 years of service. We thank you for taking the time to watch this video.